Really, Disney? Really? Okay, some of you know that just recently Disney and Sony announced that Spider Man will no longer be part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe with its upcoming third movie. Which makes no sense considering the first two movies had something to do with the rest of the movies, but now it seems like the third movie is not going to have any connection whatsoever to the Marvel Cinematic Universe, which means after this, probably after either the third movie or maybe the second movie, I'm not sure, Spider-Man is no longer part of the MCU, which means he will no longer appear in future Marvel movies connected to the lineup. And when I read the reason behind this was because apparently Disney and the director for Spider-Man movies, I think Kevin Feige, if I'm thinking of that correctly, they won a bigger cut of the profits from Sony because they had to pretty much have a joint share in it because Sony is still has ownership of Spider-Man, and Disney and Marvel kind of just have permission to have the movies coincide with each other with Marvel. So it kind of sort of is a half Disney, half Sony. And Disney wanted more of the money that Sony receives in the box office success of the movies. And when Sony refused, Disney threw a temper tantrum, and Sony just decided, you know what, we're done here. They don't want to do this, and they just pretty much almost cut ties with Disney. Now I don't think it's officially happened yet. I think they're on their that's the track they're going, but if it is, that's a real shame. But here's what I don't understand. Disney is probably the most predominant entertainment company on the planet. They own tons of studios and parks. They have their own theme parks and themed worlds. They have Marvel itself already. They have Star Wars. They have Pixar. They have the Muppets and Jim Henson stuff. They have uh what else they got? They got Disney Plus, the streaming platform. They just bought Fox and are rebooting everything there. They own ESPN, the sports network. And you're telling me that you're upset you don't get a share of that money when they get money from literally every other part of their company? What the heck? Kim, for once, Disney just let that go and just continue making the movies. You're still making money anyway from the Marvel movies that aren't Spider-Man, and the Spider-Man TV shows and stuff you get from the streaming platform or buying the movies or something. I mean, it makes no sense why Marvel would do this. Why like Disney would do this. It's just completely baffling. And when I heard the news, I was pretty pissed. I'm still kind of pissed right now, but I don't want to destroy my laptop going off on Disney. I mean, I know that they have a certain way of working, and a lot of times they can make some good decisions, and sometimes they don't. But this is one of those decisions where it makes completely no sense. Why would you get rid of one of your biggest players for Marvel? I mean, if I know correctly, the recent movie with Avengers Endgame kind of takes out a lot of the main heroes that we saw prior to that. So you're going to have to get the remaining heroes having to have movies or the trilogy of movies to keep the franchise going. I mean, you got Black Panther, you got Doctor Strange, you have Captain Marvel, you still got Guardians of the Galaxy for at least another movie. You're going to have another Thor movie so they can have another Thor take over. I mean, and you've got all these options and all these heroes, and then you have this other lineup. You're bringing back the X-Men, rebooting the X-Men. You're bringing back Fantastic Four. You're bringing back Blade. Deadpool has been added, but you want to take out Spider-Man, and he's one of the most popular Marvel heroes of all time. To me, that makes absolutely no sense. And really, the Spider-Man movies were the only thing canon to the MCU. The only ones I think that weren't canon were like the trilogy before the MCU, the Amazing Spider-Man, Andrew Garfield, and the Into the Spider-Verse movie. They were just standalones and still in the Spider-Man universe, but they didn't connect to those movies. And I really feel bad for Tom Holland. I still hope he can still play Spider Man. That they don't just go and cancel the third movie and forget about it, and then he's out of a job. He can't play anymore. He can't play Spider Man anymore. He can't appear in any more of the Marvel movies. I mean, that would really suck. And as I'm recording this, I haven't seen Far From Home yet, and I've heard it's really, really good. And I still really want to see it. I'm super excited, but part of me is let down at the fact that they did this, and there's a chance that he will not appear in the MCU anymore. And it's a shame because he's a really, really great actor, and he really brought out Spider-Man. It's like he is Spider-Man. Why would Disney just make some really odd decisions, and the path they're going is bizarre. I mean, they don't have any more original content after this year or next year. From this point on, I think everything's a remake or a sequel of an existing property. And then you get rid of some of your heroes that you got for your Marvel lineup, and it's breaking in a ton of money every time a movie comes out. So, what the heck, Disney? Ah, well, I don't want to go on a too long rant, but yeah, I'm really upset that this happened. And I just kind of hope they change their minds and they work this out. And maybe they can give them, like, if they're really adamant about the profit, just give them, like, a little bit more. I hope they're not asking for, like, 90% of the profits. But you gotta fix this. If not, then what do you do with Spider-Man? I know Venom isn't part of the MCU. People kind of consider it anyway, even though it doesn't connect to the movies technically, unless that's what they're planning, Spider-Man meets Venom. They wanted Deadpool to be in the third Spider-Man movie, but the route they're going is probably not going to happen. It's like they swapped roles. Deadpool is going to be part of the MCU now, but then you take out Spider-Man, so you can't even have a team-up movie or a scene or anything because you kind of messed that up. Well, I'm kind of done with this, but yeah, this is really this not the best part of my day. You guys can let me know what you think in the comments about MCU. The MCU no longer having Spider-Man, because I don't know how this third movie is gonna be. It's not even gonna connect to Endgame or even the second movie for that matter. It's gonna be basically a standalone film if this continues. So yeah, the excitement for the third movie isn't as big now because now it's no longer be it's not going to impact the rest of the Marvel movies. And maybe that's what Disney wants. I don't know. Because the last Spider-Man cartoon they did back in 2017 was just not right. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And I'll see you next time. Later.